So recently, one of the love magnets, one of the lovely women in my community, asked me this question, and I could feel really like the heaviness and the sorrow, and also like the numbness in her energy when she asked this. She said, "I don't believe in true love anymore. Should I just keep dating anyway, just because?" So today we're going to talk about what to do when you lose your faith in true love. Number one, if you're watching this, I want you to understand that you have not lost your faith in true love. It may be hanging on by a thread, but it's still there, because if it wasn't there, you wouldn't be watching this. You wouldn't have clicked play on this. You wouldn't have even listened for a minute or been interested for a minute in what I'm going to tell you about today. So let's talk about how this happens and how you get to this situation. And I want you to really just take a deep breath and congratulate yourself for being here. Congratulate yourself for putting some time and a little energy into your own healing, and really come from a place of like openness just to receive. You don't have to will anything to happen. You don't have to make any changes right now. Just be willing to receive. Be willing to receive something new. Um, be willing to be open to something new happening. So let's look at how it happens that you get into this situation where you really feel numb, or you're in that stage where the grief is so profound and it's been in your heart for so long that you find yourself just sitting with tears coursing down your face. And when you talk to people about it, there's a flat, kind of dead sound to your voice. And you really, when you're saying, "I don't believe in true love anymore," or "I don't care anymore," what you're really saying is, "I am in such deep grief. I'm in such deep pain. I've been hurt so much. I've been hurt so deeply. I don't see a way out of this, and I am hopeless. I feel hopeless about that." So, this can happen in a lot of different ways that you can be in this situation. It can be from going through lots of really bad dates and just believing that good men don't exist anymore because all men want to use you for sex, or that there's a severe shortage of like quality, commitment minded men who are honest and want the same things that you want, and all of those kinds of things. It could be that you went through a really difficult relationship and that you stayed much longer than you wish that you had, and that you endured a lot of things that made you now feel like ashamed or angry or um, confused or just deeply in grief. It could be that you had a really bad breakup, like the relationship was good, but then there was this unexpected breakup, and now you were surprised, you were hurt, you were disappointed, and now you're worried that you'll never have someone good in your life again. Or it could be that you're thinking about your ex, and it makes you feel like that was a once in a lifetime kind of love that you'll never get to experience again, and that now there's like no good love that's left in the world for you. So I want you to understand what's really happening right now. And what's really happening in your energy right now is that these beliefs about scarcity are starting to settle in. And because of the way that our brains work, it's really hard for us to gather evidence that something we're paying attention to might not be right. It's hard. We only gather evidence to support what we already believe. And that's just how our brains are wired. They're wired that way. So that's one thing that's going on. Another thing that's going on is that you've experienced a situation that was so painful that you are just legit terrified of going through that pain again, being heartbroken or disappointed in that way again, and so you're shutting down and numbing yourself. So what do you do in this situation? Definitely do not date right now. because the law of attraction is no joke. And if you are in this energy of, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be hurt, true love doesn't exist, true love doesn't exist, people are going to take advantage of me, men only want me for sex, and all of these things, you're going to be sending out that signal and kind of attracting more of that to you, and you don't need to do that. Just take a dating hiatus. You are not doomed to be alone forever. You have time. You can give yourself permission to take a break and do your healing instead. I've had clients that were so fearful, so operating out of fear all the time, that they just would not get off of the dating apps because they kept thinking, I'm going to die alone, I'm going to die alone, I'm going to die alone. And it's like, when you have that energy, of course the dating app doesn't matter, you're just going to keep attracting those situations. So give yourself permission to clear the dating apps off of your phone. Pause any subscriptions. Don't go out with anyone, even if someone asks you. You can just, if they're interested in you, they'll be interested in you in a couple of months when you've done more healing work and you're in a position to have a healthy relationship and build something healthier. So take a dating hiatus. Take a break. During that dating hiatus, self-love. Heal your heart through self-love. And you do that by focusing on these questions. Where have I been putting myself last in my life? What do I need to invest in for my healing? And where in my life can I show myself more respect? Where in my life can I create boundaries that are healthy for me and loving for me? And also, what would someone who loves herself do in this situation? I love that question. It's such a great question, and it came out of this book by Kamal Ravikant, which is Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. $5 on Amazon. Definitely would recommend checking it out. So that's a very important life-changing question, which is, what would someone who loves herself do in this situation? So that you can see what that actually looks like. And tiptoe into some new beliefs. So be willing to put your hand to your heart, to take a deep breath with me, and to let it out, and to affirm some new things. To affirm, I am open and ready to receive love. I am open and ready to be shown that true love exists in the world. I am open and willing to be shown that true love can exist for me. And be willing, take a deep breath, let it out, and be willing to be shown. Just be open and willing to be shown. You don't have to force it, you don't have to look for it. Just take a deep breath and be willing to see. Be willing to be shown. And you can relax into that place of receiving. I am willing to receive loving things, loving treatment, hugs, thoughtfulness from other people, help from other people, those kinds of things. That's grace. Relaxing into that energy of being willing to receive goodness, being willing to receive love. Not making yourself do it, not focusing your attention on how upset you are that it's not here yet. Those things are natural. Go through that and then come back to that space of, I am open to receiving. And if you need more help to clear out that energy, if you need more help to heal your heart and to get your magic back, then check out my free ebook, The Heartache Cure, at theheartachecure.com. So, If you would like more dating hacks and love healing strategies, if you want to attract that deep, committed, stand the test of time love that your heart craves and desires, then subscribe. And remember that self-love is the best love. So put your healing first, love yourself first, love yourself best, and all other love will flow to you.